Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. And this is your Royal Daily News for October 14th, 2022. In the province of Namur, Her Majesty Queen Mathilde of the Belgians participated in the fifth phase of her 50th birthday initiative entitled Let's Move Forward Together for Mental Wellness. In the run-up to Her Majesty's 50th birthday, the Queen is cycling and/or walking in all 10 provinces in Belgium, as well as in the Brussels region, together with people and organizations engaged in mental wellness. During this morning's walk, Her Majesty the Queen was accompanied by various representatives from several organizations, including the St. Martin d'Aves Neuropsychiatric Center, a place that provides psychiatric care to people with mental difficulties, as well as the Provincial Mental Health Service, a place that welcomes all people regardless of age or situation. In Kirchberg, Her Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg visited the RehaZenter. The RehaZenter is a specialized post-acute care hospital facility with a purpose of functional rehabilitation and readaptation of people from Luxembourg who suffered an accident during their lives, providing both inpatient and outpatient care services. According to a press release, the diversity of RehaZenter's technical equipment and interdisciplinary approach and specific tools and techniques make up the appeal of the center, which enables it to be the center for rehabilitation, training, science, and clinical research programs. During today's visit, the Hereditary Grand Duchess was given a tour of the center and met with staff, doctors, and patients. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg celebrated the 25th anniversary of the company United Laboratories. United Laboratories is an independent clinical laboratory with more than 50 years of experience. According to a press release, the company provides, quote, high-quality, accurate, timely test results to all patients. The company's expertise extends from classical clinical chemistry, diagnostics, and microbiology to the diagnosis of infectious diseases and genetic testing. End quote. Today, the company has 270 employees and more than 60 centers throughout Luxembourg and carries out 5 million analyses a year. In Casablanca, His Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume of Luxembourg, accompanied by the Minister of the Economy, Mr. Franz Foyet, concluded their economic mission/working visit to Morocco. Yesterday morning, the Hereditary Grand Duke and Minister Foyet, accompanied by a Luxembourg business delegation, began their day at the Wilaya headquarters to participate in a meeting. According to a press release, the Luxembourg business delegation presented several development projects in Casablanca and its assets to attract new investors. At the end of the meeting, a cooperation agreement was signed between the Chamber of Commerce and the General Confederation of Moroccan Enterprises. At the end of the meeting, the Luxembourg business delegation announced the launch of the Luxembourg Trade and Investment Office in Casablanca. In the afternoon, the Hereditary Grand Duke and Minister Foyet visited the famous Hassan II Mosque, which is one of the largest mosques in the world. The minaret stands over 210 meters. In the evening, the Hereditary Grand Duke, Minister Foyet, the Luxembourg business delegation, along with Moroccan business CEOs, attended a farewell reception held at the Ma Kamet Al Pasha. In Middleburg, Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands attended the 40th anniversary celebrations of the 4 Freedoms Awards. In Madrid, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain, as Honorary President, presided over the presentation of the Yearbook 2022 of the Cotec Foundation for Innovation report. The Cotec Foundation for Innovation is a private non-profit organization whose mission is to promote innovation as a driver of economic and social development. In Wellington, His Majesty King Topu VI of Tonga held a meeting with the Ambassador of Israel to New Zealand, His Excellency Ron Jacobi. During their meeting, discussions focused on the, quote, strong relationship shared between the State of Israel and the Kingdom of Tonga, and areas where Israel will offer further technological and humanitarian assistance through its International Development Cooperation Program." End quote. In Bangkok, Their Majesties King Rama X and Queen Sathada of Thailand, along with Her Royal Highness Princess Savir Vanavari of Thailand and the Board of Directors of the Iris 2005 Company Limited, presented the proceeds from the sale of the 2022 craftsmanship silk bags at Duchess Palace. The bags were made in honor and on the occasion of Her Majesty the Queen Mother's 90th birthday. In the afternoon, Their Majesties King Rama X and Queen Sathada of Thailand, along with Her Royal Highness Princess Maha Shakti of Thailand and other members of the royal family, attended a ceremony on the occasion of the anniversary of the death of the late King Rama IX of Thailand, held at the Grand Palace in Bangkok. In Istanbul, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar, met with the President of Turkey. During their meeting, the Emir and the President signed a number of bilateral agreements. Yesterday morning, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco was on the island of São Miguel in the Azores to retrace the steps of his great-grandfather, Prince Albert I of Monaco. The day began with the sovereign prince placing a wreath at the foot of the statue of Prince Albert I, who first visited São Miguel in 1904. Thereafter, the sovereign prince arrived at the town hall for an official welcoming ceremony hosted by the mayor and other government officials. In the late afternoon, the sovereign prince arrived at the Carlos Machado Museum to officially open the temporary exhibition entitled Prince Albert I of Monaco and the Azores. According to a press release via the Carlos Machado Museum, the exhibition pays tribute to Prince Albert I of Monaco, with an emphasis on the prince's relationship with the Azores, addressing affective memories, and his legacy in the construction of scientific knowledge of the Atlantic. The exhibition uses personal documents, publications, and images as well as objects with other symbolic or representative charge which complement and illustrate the narratives. The exhibition also displays the lifelong friendship and collaboration between Prince Albert I and Portuguese scientist and photographer Mr. Francisco Alfonso Chaves. In the evening, Prince Albert II attended an official dinner held in his honor at the Palace of Santa Ana. Yesterday morning, in southern Bahia, His Majesty King Abdullah II of Jordan, accompanied by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II of Jordan, visited the Ohadia Agricultural Station 2 years after a surprise visit. According to a press release, His Majesty the King, quote, praised the measures taken to develop the station since then through a partnership between the public and private sectors, end quote. During the visit, His Majesty the King and the Crown Prince were informed on the phases of the Ohadia Agricultural Station Development Project, in which the investment is estimated at a value of nearly 3.4 million Jordanian dinars, with plans to increase it to 13 million. His Majesty the King also stressed the importance of training the local community on the latest agri-tech methods, calling for turning the 16 agricultural stations in Jordan into incubators for advanced projects and utilizing solar energy to reduce operational expenses. A field training center established at the station under the public-private partnership has so far trained 86 residents of southern Bahia. In the afternoon, His Majesty the King and the Crown Prince held a meeting with leading figures and local community representatives from the southern Bahia region. Recently, an initiative was launched to allocate 9,000 dunams of land for families in the Bahia region to set up agricultural projects. Thereafter, His Majesty the King and the Crown Prince visited the Ile Comprehensive Secondary School for Boys. During their visit, His Majesty the King and the Crown Prince were given a tour of the facilities of the school and were informed about the daily activities and lessons at the school. On this day in royal history, in 1938, Farah Diba was born in Tehran, Iran. At the age of 21, Miss Diba married Shah Mohammad Reza of Iran on December 20th, 1959. On October 26, 1967, the delayed coronation of the Shah took place in Tehran. In this edition of Royal Film Fridays, on the occasion of the birthday of Empress Vera Pahlavi, I highly recommend two documentaries about the extraordinary life of the Empress. The first documentary I recommend is from 2008, and it's entitled The Queen and I by Iranian-Swedish director Ms. Nahid Pearson Saravastani. I loved this documentary. I thought it was just absolutely brilliant. The documentary chronicles the day-to-day life of Empress Vera Pahlavi in Paris, and it also takes you to visit her children, and just, I don't want to give too much away. I'm afraid I'm just going to spoil the whole thing, but I will say I thought the director did an amazing job, and I love how these two strong women, the director and the Empress, strike up this really unusual friendship. And I won't give it away in the end, but it's just overall a great film. So, moving on. The second documentary I recommend is from 1977, entitled A Portrait of an Empress, directed by Georges Parnavani. Now, I probably pronounced his name wrong, so please do not send me hate mail. Leave me hateful comments. It will just get deleted. And if Mr. Georges Parnavani is watching this, I deeply apologize for mispronouncing your name. So, if you're interested in watching these two documentaries, in the description box below, I will leave a direct link, or rather links, to the YouTube channels that have both of these documentaries in their entirety for you to enjoy. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Saturday, October 15th with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful Friday evening and a great weekend. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, take care everyone. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.